the first official episode of the. I forgot the name for a second.
Welcome to the first episode of Super Geek Bros podcast.
I'm a fucking idiot.
You're not an idiot.
So,
Yeah.
guys, welcome to the first episode of the Super Geek Bros podcast. I'm joined here by my co-host.
It's me, Moose the Creator, and I'm here with MM Animations, my co-host. You know what I mean?
And we're here to talk about some really geeky shit.
Yep. So, first things first. Originally, when the first episode was supposed to come out, we were going to talk about our thoughts on Spider-Man Far From Home, but now we have a better topic, considering that...
we have a great topic now.
Considering that now Spider-Man is no longer going to be part of the MCU, and that's a real big deal, and it's been all over I've been seeing it all over Twitter, like, everywhere.
Oh, it's blowing it up.
So, like, I there's this huge debate regarding whether it's Sony or Disney's fault. So, like, what do you think about that?
Look, man, it wasn't, like, from what my understanding, Sony was cool with going with the same plan. Marvel went 50-50. But the thing is, Marvel made more than Spider-Man Far From Home did, like, at the box office, just off the merchandise.
Right.
So, like, I don't think they needed more money.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Disney, I won't say Marvel, Disney. It's all Disney.
Yeah. I know what you meant. Yeah.
It's just hurting it's like Disney is hurting their own franchise.
Mm-hmm. And the thing is it's just like, I don't personally... I feel like Sony is, like a lot of people have been saying, it. Sony's definitely becoming more confident because of how well, Venom and Spider-Verse did, and especially how well Far From Home did in the box office. It's their most, like, number one highest grossing Spider-Man film, like, so far. So it's like, of course I think they're gonna take the initiative and do what they need to do to be like, hey, Spider-Man's making us money. Can we keep doing this thing or not? And then someone's like, yeah, we can, but we want more money because we need it, and we definitely need all this money. And it's just kind of like, they were just being greedy. Yes. Not Sony, but Disney. I think Sony.
I'm not really
Disney.
going to side with either side, because I'm sure with Sony's track record, they have definitely were probably acting up behind the scenes as well. But just from what has been publicly stated, it seems like Disney was just, kind of pushing Sony, and then Sony showed them that they're not gonna play that shit.
Yeah, and the thing, and I realized that I've been reading a bit of articles and reading some stuff on Twitter about this whole situation, and it's just crazy to me. Like we were talking about earlier before the podcast started. We were talking about how everybody was so hyped when Spider-Man was first announced back in 2015 to be part of the MCU, and now it's like it's come to the point where, like, you have somebody like High Top Films who doesn't really care for the MCU Spider-Man, and you have other people going against him and other people agreeing with him and making video essays, and it's just crazy how much this Spider-Man, everybody was on board, and now it's like this Spider-Man, I would say, has been the most divisive.
Yeah, for real. I'm probably in the small minority that, like, if they can't work out a deal, I already see Endgame as the conclusion of the MCU.
Right.
They're gonna make more movies, so that's my ending.
Mm.
So if they make another Spider-Man movie, just Sony, I just hope that they do it right. Do it. At least make a live-action Spider-Man like you did. Put the care into it that you did with the animated one.
Right, and I wish that although I do kind of enjoy Tom Holland's portrayal as Spider-Man and Peter Parker, I do think that there are some issues that definitely I felt like they couldn't have been fixed if they haven't gone this road with the in terms of what they did with the deal, and now it's just like he won't get that chance now, and it's just kind of a shame.
I don't think Tom Holland has said anything about it, right?
No, he hasn't. He hasn't said any.
I would imagine he's heartbroken.
Oh yeah, because this
And
was
I
a.
feel for him. I like Tom Holland's acting.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't like that version of the character. Um, I hope they work it out for the people that do like Tom Holland's Spider-Man or the MCU Spider-Man. I hope they work it out.
Yeah.
But if they don't, then another Spider-Man. I just hope that if they have to do another reboot, I hope they do it right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you know, I hope they continue. Maybe they'll do something where they can continue. At least do one more, maybe with Sony or whatever. I don't know, because either way, I don't see it working without it being not in the in the MCU. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they're not going to do it unless they strike a deal.
Yeah. So, and you mentioned about the future of the MCU and how essentially maybe it did. I mean, like this whole deal. Maybe that's why they didn't say anything about Spider-Man in like during like the Phase 4 announcement at San Diego Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It's just weird that they're just gonna take him out without any explanation. Like that's really weird. Like I feel like you can get away with like some like casting, like recasts, like you know, what's his face as Hulk? What's his name?
Edward Norton.
Yeah, you can get away with that. That worked, and then they did it again with I forget his name. It was recast for Don Cheadle.
Oh,
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
You can get away with the recastings, and that's like pushing the line. But now with this, like that's a full character with movies building the character up, and now he's like not there anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not gonna work. It's going to, because no one's gonna go stop seeing the movie. It's like honestly, it's gonna. Marvel is a money-making scheme at this point. It's gonna get, it's gonna go number one at the box office no matter what it is. But it's not gonna make any sense to just have that character stripped away.
Yeah,
again.
yeah, and and what's crazy is that if this deal is a real deal thing, then they're gonna Sony's gonna reboot Spider-Man again for the 4th time.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
All I can say is that they reboot it. Do it right. Get really good writers. Because maybe they could, maybe they're. I see it as if the MCU has one more movie and then they're just going to take the character back and reboot it.
Right.
As long as they can, if they can make a young, semi-young Spider-Man, and then they don't have to have all these liberties of being in the MCU. Then they can make a really good Spider-Man movie without any limitations. MCU Spider-Man had to be more tech-based because that's how the MCU is. If they do a new reboot, then they don't have to have those limitations, so they can really do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Sony cares. And again, if they do take the character away, then Venom's going to be involved.
Oh yeah. I definitely feel like then you can add Spider-Man into the Venom movies, and I feel like they'll definitely make that move. There's been a lot of people speculating that's going to happen in the future.
I think that was one of the things that I read where that's all Sony wanted was to be able to introduce Venom. Pretty sure that's what it was, and that was fake news. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure all that Sony wanted was just to introduce Venom in Marvel.
I mean, they could have done it. They still can't.
Marvel, again, 5%. I think that's what they were getting, right?
Yeah.
That's still a lot.
Oh yeah.
They're making fucking double that just off the merchandise.
Yeah, right. So it's it's not like they're not making money based with due to the deal. You know, it's
if they end up if Sony takes the rights to the film rights to Spider-Man back, do you think Marvel will be allowed to do a live action show on Disney Plus?
yeah. You mentioned that we talked about that a little bit before the podcast. And yeah, I maybe it's possible that they can continue that.
They wouldn't get Tom, would they?
Yeah, because they would get Tom because they have Jeremy Renner for Hawkeye. They have Elizabeth Olsen and
Tom's contract signed with Sony.
I think it's signed with Marvel and Sony.
So then again, that's.
So I'm not entirely sure on that matter. And guess since we're on the topic of talking about MCU, I guess we can talk about. We talked a little bit about the. Well, I didn't really talk about it, but I mentioned the Phase 4 lineup, and you mentioned that Endgame was essentially your official kind of ending for it, and it was mine too. I think I believe it. Endgame was shouldn't have been the last one. Not saying I'm not gonna enjoy these movies that they're gonna be coming out with, but it's just Endgame could have ended the entire MCU and I wouldn't have been fine with it.
Obviously that would never happen though.
Oh yeah, especially how much traction it's gotten over the years, and if it'll just be crazy if they just stopped, but I don't see them stopping not for a long time.
I don't think they're gonna stop. Period. I think it's gonna get to the point where they're just gonna reboot the entire thing.
Right. And I think that with the Phase 4 lineup, I think that's essentially what it seems like not like a soft reboot, but almost it's a restart where they're kind of adding these new characters and having these characters that not a lot of people know about who are part of the mainstream and who don't read comics or all that stuff, and I'm not saying that anybody that reads comics knows automatically everything about these characters, because I don't know that much about Shang-Chi. I only read a little bit from some Spider-Man comics.
Who's he again?
Shang-Chi he's one of the most powerful MCU, not MCU, but Marvel fighters in the comics.
That's the one that they're doing a movie about?
Yeah, Shang-Chi and I think they call it The Legend of the Ten Rings?
10 Rings.
Yeah, so the Mandarin, the actual Mandarin is going to be in it.
Wow.
Yeah, because they, did you ever see that one shot, All Hail the King?
Yeah.
So yeah, the actual Mandarin, they mentioned him, and the actual Mandarin is offended by your betrayal of him, and by the end of it, and so they teased that the actual Mandarin was out there, so I guess this is it, where there's this here's the actual Mandarin, with the...
It's just a prequel.
Oh my god. Shang-Chi probably would be well, I mean, it probably is, it is an origin story, but, it would be something like that, probably, it might be.
Does it not feel at all, does it not feel at all weird for there to be movies, after Endgame? I know we just got off this topic, but, after Endgame, does it feels really weird.
Really? Does it? I mean, I feel it'd be like any other comic event, almost it's like Civil War. They had comics after that, and comics that take place after that, whole event happened, and I feel like that's something that it's not too weird, at least for me. I think that makes sense, and it I feel like there would be some because a lot of people are gonna ask, well, who's gonna protect the Earth now that the Avengers are done, and some people might have those kind of questions. So
Yeah.
I feel like it makes sense, but at the same time, I do see where you're coming from.
Also, I looked at the topic list here. By the way, nice segue. Internet high five, bro.
Thank you. So
Okay. So the MCU Phase 4 is where we're at, right?
yep.
Doctor Strange.
Yeah, Doctor Strange is the one I'm actually most intrigued
It's a
by.
horror movie, right?
Yeah, it's like
Horror.
it's their first kind of horror film. I don't think it's gonna be like on the level that what the New Mutants was gonna do, but
It died, didn't it? That didn't even come out, did it?
no, it didn't. It was supposed to come out this year, but it never came out, and
Nice.
that made me a little like upset because I was actually excited to see that movie.
Upsetty spaghetti.
Yeah,
So Doctor Strange, that's gonna have
Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch. Yeah,
Yeah, so
that's gonna be good.
yeah, and that's a
Oh,
team up a lot of people have been wanting. So good on them for listening to fans. So
what else was on the list?
there was, like I said, mentioned Shang-Chi. There was Blade. Blade was a big one.
I think that's gonna be really good. I hope it's rated R, but I doubt it.
Because Kevin Feige did mention he wants to have rated R movies in the MCU. So if anything, I think Blade would be a good starting off point.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like Deadpool, overly
Violent
sexually
or
violent. Let's have a couple of decapitations of vampires here and there.
yeah. So yeah. I think that the Blade movies should be rated R like the originals were rated R. So, and those weren't like very gratuitous or anything. So, they weren't too gory or anything like that, as far as I remember. Um, so they can go as and I also think that it would just benefit the character more if it was rated R and wouldn't have to deal with much as restrictions as a PG-13 film would have. But
Wait, I'm looking at it. Were the Blade films with the what's this Snide's rated R?
I think so. Yeah, they're rated R.
Blade Trinity. What's
Uh,
this? Either Blade Trinity. Oh no,
you don't know about Blade Trinity?
I do now. Oh no.
Blade Trinity's bad, dude. It's a bad movie. Don't watch it. But yeah, Blade seems interesting. Um, what other films did they announce? They also Black Widow. Black Widow.
Is that a prequel?
Yes, that takes place. I think that takes place like after the events of Civil War. I think.
Wait, what? Wait, how is how is that gonna? Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm keen.
yeah. So apparently, I think I heard two things. Either it takes place after Civil War, or it takes place before Iron Man 2. Which
Oh,
I
they
think,
really they're Phase 4 is just prequel. Huh?
yeah. So it is a prequel. Yeah.
Another prequel. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
Um,
Black Widow's a prequel. Yeah.
Black Widow. I don't really have much to say. I think Scarlett Johansson's a very talented actress.
Oh yeah, I think she's done the character really well, and so I'm glad she's getting her own solo film.
Hashtag bring her back. Bring back Black Widow.
Oh, I mean, who knows? They might do something with Doctor Strange. I don't know.
Well, this is a side note. Willing to bet if Tony was brought back, like let's say not Tony, let's say a deal is struck with Spider-Man and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Guarantee when he comes back, he's gonna have an AI that's like Jarvis, except it's gonna be Tony.
There's actually a funny tweet I saw earlier talking about that whole deal, and it said, "Now that Spider-Man's back with Sony, now Tony Stark can be like Uncle Ben in the MCU." Mentioned, vaguely mentioned but not seen.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's messed up.
Yeah, I thought it was really
I
funny.
like that though. I like that. Whoever said that, good on you.
Yeah, I forgot who the tweet was by, but that tweet was really funny.
If Moose finds the tweet tonight, he'll put it on the screen right here.
Yeah, okay. I'll if I find the tweet, I'll send it to you.
Alright, Phase 4. That's all the movies and film. Yeah, we got Thor, Love and Thunder.
Oh yeah. I like the first Thor I liked. Second one didn't really care for. Really like Ragnarok. So I'm excited for Love and Thunder. I'm intrigued to see what they're gonna do with that character, and especially after, since this takes place after, I think, Guardians Volume 3. So
Wait, what? More? Wait. Oh, you said after Guardians 3. My bad.
oh, what you thought I said?
No, I thought you said this takes place before Guardians 2. I was like, another prequel.
No, this takes place after Guardians 3 because he's gonna be in Guardians 3. I'm pretty sure.
So that movie is about Natalie Portman.
Yes, so Natalie Portman is gonna be becoming a female Thor, just like how her character becomes in the comics. Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah, a lot of people were calling like SJW on Marvel because of that, and I'm like, to say to that personally, I don't see it. I think they're just adapting a character from a comic. What do you want? They're not trying to do SJW. They're just adapting a character from the comics. So it's like, whatever.
Yeah, I guess people are too attached to their own masculinity to have a female Thor.
Yeah, exactly.
Or a Captain America of a different race, or what else is it? There's something else going on in MCU, right? There's another.
Yeah,
character.
there's Captain America is now played by a black man. We have Thor, who's gonna be played by a female, and I think there was something else. I think you're right. There was something else, but I don't remember.
Miles Morales.
Yeah.
Coming in 2020.
Well, now that's not gonna happen. They teased that too in Homecoming, and that got me like a little like, oh shit, Miles Morales. But now that shit's not gonna happen now. So, I mean they could, but I don't know how they could do it.
I was just giving a slow clap there because that was amazing. Yeah, but let's stop talking about that Sony deal before my inner Spider-Man fan gets pissed.
Okay.
Because it's going, it's getting there. Next movie. Well, that's all the movies, right?
Oh no, we have the Eternals.
The Eternals.
Yes.
All right, there's gonna be a joke in the comments about that one. The Eternals. So, what's that movie about?
So the Eternals, essentially, it deals with characters that are in between human and celestial, and
Celestial is what Star-Lord was half, right?
I don't think so. The Celestials did appear in Guardians 1, and were talked about in Guardians 1, but I don't think that the Celestials are. I don't think that's like Star-Lord's half, like what his other half is. So I'm not sure what his other half is. They know they mentioned in Guardians 1, but I don't remember. Maybe it was. So if it is, then I'm wrong. But essentially, I don't know too much about the Eternals, but it seems interesting, and I will see it. I'll see it. It could be like the next, like, not like comedy wise or anything, but it could be like the next Guardians of the Galaxy, where these characters that like a lot of people don't know about become like more popular. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
So we'll just have to see. Eternals coming out, when that's coming out, like next year.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so, because that's the first one that they were advertising. And I think the cast for that one is Kamal Nanjiani, which I really like him. He's a great comedian, and he's a great actor too. And Angelina Jolie, and man, I forgot his name. I can see it, but I some of the cast members that I saw, I've seen them in some stuff, like in TV shows, like in I think one of them is in Black Mirror. So like, yeah, I think the cast they got is good. Yeah, so far I like the casting. Oh yeah, and one of the other actors is from Atlanta. He plays a character named Paperboy.
Atlanta. He's from Atlanta.
Yeah, the show Atlanta.
Oh, I thought I was thinking. Okay, so he's from Atlanta, Georgia. It's a
I mean, he
cool
might
fact.
be. I mean, he might be. I mean, like because the show's based around people who are from Atlanta, and Donald Glover writes and directs that show. Um,
Oh, well, yeah, it's cool.
yeah, he's also one of the main characters. It has great, it has really good reviews. Like I really like that show. So, and speaking of reviews, the It Chapter 2 reviews recently came out, and
Yeah,
I thought we would talk about that. If you've seen
probably
it.
should have like looked up all this information before we started. You tell me what the reviews were, and I'll tell you what I think.
Okay, so I can do that. So basically, it seems pretty mixed. So I looked up some reviews on Twitter and online on IMDb, and um, there's some people who really like it, and there's some people who are unsatisfied by it. And
Unsatisfied. What does that mean?
so like unsatisfied, where like I think a lot of people agree that the adult actors were really good, and so was Bill Skarsgård. So everybody liked the adults, which I'm happy to hear about. So everybody liked the adults, everybody liked Pennywise, but I feel like they weren't. I think it just had to do with the ending. A lot of people didn't really care for the ending.
Do you know the ending?
I do not. I'm trying to.
Just,
Well, I know the ending in the book, right?
yeah, I was about to say, let's just hope it's not the ending from the book.
No, I mean, and if anything, hold on, and should we give spoilers? Because I want to say something, but I guess.
If you guys want to read the million-page novel by your boy Stephen King, the It book, skip to this time code.
Yeah, I'll put a time code up on the screen.
Okay.
And yeah, and then so spoilers. So, so so the thing is with it being a giant spider, I know that's like it's like he expresses in the book that it's it's something that's like it's their brains are too small to comprehend what it is, so it makes it look like a spider, but they never really so it's super weird. But I would like to see something. If it's a spider, then have it be like a combination of different creatures, like have it be like a giant monster like mesh thing, like of all the different creatures and designs that we saw from the movies. Like have it like have it be deformed. Like, have it have a cool design. Like, have it like a giant, like, bulging head of Pennywise on the side of his face. Or, like, have, like, the picture of the Painted Lady on it. And have, like, have, like, deformed versions of the Losers Club. I don't know. On
Painted
it.
Lady? Oh, are you talking about, like, the Jewish painting?
Yeah, the Jewish painting from...
I said that?
Yeah, you did the Jewish painting.
Okay,
Yeah, the painted lady from who was Stanley's Stan's.
Stanley.
I said Stanley, not Stanley, not Stanley. Yeah, Stanley was very afraid of painted ladies. Uh, but yeah, I think that maybe if they stuck with a cool design for that, then who knows? And maybe they might not do that. They might do something different. Who knows? We'll just have to wait until the movie comes out. It comes out pretty soon, though. Like we have about like 2 weeks or so before the movie comes out.
Yeah, about 2 weeks.
Yeah, because it comes out September 6th, I think. I'm sure.
I'm hyped to see it. 6? I thought it came out the 2nd.
Yeah, so I'm hyped to see it too. But very much about the reviews, a lot of people really like Bill Hader.
That's who's playing
Richie.
Yeah.
So a lot of people really like Bill Hader, and Jessica Chastain, who's playing Beverly, and James McAvoy as Bill Dumbledore.
Do you think that they're gonna Spoiler alert again. Gotta need this time code. Do you think that they're gonna change it up from the miniseries and the book, and have Bill end up with Beverly and this one?
I don't know. I think they're gonna stay pretty faithful to the book. I feel like.
Oh no, because I've heard I heard a few things.
Oh, what did you hear? You can tell me.
Well, it was spoilers. Apparently, they end up together, but that's it was just a rumor, so I don't know if that's real. So that might not even be a real spoiler. But
all right. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. So, what's something you're most looking forward to for the movie?
Bill Skarsgård.
Oh yeah, me too. I think Bill Skarsgård Pennywise is just it's what makes the movie for me. It's like one of the things that make the movies for me.
I gotta apologize, man. My phone keeps going off. I cut it off. I don't know how it's still making noise.
Oh, it's okay. You can't hear anything on my end.
Okay.
We were talking about Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, Bill Skarsgård. Are they? I think that they put their in the movie. They had the scene where how in the book the people, they're reenacting a hate crime against a homosexual man.
Yeah.
They throw him off the bridge against spoiler alert, whatever. And I think they had that scene in the movie because I'm pretty sure that's what in the trailers when the guys he falls, he's swimming and like he's underwater, right? That's what that is, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. And there's actually a scene. Huh?
Like I'm excited to see that because that kill in the book is gnarly.
Yeah, and there's actually a couple scenes on the bridge where you see Mike looking up at a bridge and a bunch of balloons, and there's actually it says "Come back to me" on the side of the bridge.
One question I have about it, Chapter 2. There's a scene in the trailers. It's probably I think it's in almost every trailer where it's like Pennywise, but it's like a painted clown. You know what I'm talking about?
I guess
it's
so.
Like at the end of basically every trailer, he's like, ha 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 ha. He's like,
oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What is that? What the hell is that?
I'm pretty sure that's gonna be going into I forgot the name of the human that he bumps into when he first the other guy. Oh, man, I was just watching a video about it, but I think it's gonna go into a bit of the origin of it, or it could be like remember we saw in the first trailer where Beverly was talking to the old lady and she says, "My dad joined the circus." It could be him imitating the dad in the painting.
Ooh. Oh, that's probably what it is. I read somewhere for it Chapter 1 that they were there was a scene that they had filmed and edited where an older, it's like a history, like a historic past clip, and it's like an older Pennywise or like basically from the past Pennywise, and he crawls out of the drain of the bath, and he crawls out and he eats a baby, eats a baby's head.
Oh God!
And or basically I think he makes a deal with the baby's mother that he can have the baby and he'll leave the town alone. So, and they said that they filmed that, but it was too, they couldn't find anywhere to put that, and that they would put it in the sequel. So I'm wondering if they still have that in the sequel.
Yeah, maybe so. That's a really interesting scene. I have heard about that though.
Just realized we just said that we were excited to see a child die.
Yeah, do not take that out of context. Yeah. Do you know what I am excited about though? I'm excited to talk about the stop motion community. Great segue.
I'm excited to talk about the stop motion community as well.
All right. Essentially, I wanted to just talk about the stop motion community and just because a lot of people look up to us and look up to you and look up to me, and a lot of people ask our thoughts on the stop motion community, and I thought we could talk about that.
Okay. First of all, okay. If you're looking up to at least me, we'll use me as an example. Why? What are you doing? Please, think you no, I'm kidding. But my thoughts on the stop motion community at the moment are at least the same as they've been for the past year, at least. I love it. It's home, it's family, and I don't want to get too deep into it, emotional, blah blah blah. But yeah, I'm just excited we can all come together and make videos, and post videos, and like videos. Just do stuff with and by ourselves that make us and others happy and spread that positivity around. And I know that I've been labeled as a quote unquote positivity freak lately, but that's the best way to go. Positivity all the way.
Yeah, I agree with you. I might not post about it because I don't post that much anyway. I post a lot, in terms of projects and like maybe stuff like about a little bit about my personal life. But because but my thoughts on the stop motion community is, like you said, it's been the same for me for forever. It hasn't really changed. Stop motion has changed my life, and I am very grateful to being able to have a channel and to do the stuff that I do now. And if you already seen my interview with Forest Fire, I'm repeating exactly what I said in that video, where I'm just truly grateful for being able to do what I'm doing, and being able to do the interview stuff and make stop motions and get to write stories and make stories on my own, like and feel like that I was gonna say make a difference, but not really. I'm not really making a difference, but I feel like what I'm doing is being able to creatively express myself. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a lot of creative people, out there, who definitely deserve more recognition and deserve a lot more people to sub to them. Like there's people who know what they're doing, and some people who still haven't found their footing yet. And when you find your niche, you'll find it, and it'll stick once you know what you want to do and what your brand is going to be, and what your channel is going to be, and what your personality is going to be like. In terms of like how you view yourself or how you make others view yourself on YouTube. And I feel like that's really important in terms of when making a YouTube channel is I feel like if like you advertise yourself as Animations, a voice actor, horror writer, and horror stop motion creator, and also does Marvel Spider-Man stuff. And that's who you are. That's who you're branded as. That's what I mean by personality. Is when people think of Animations, they think of those qualities. They think of that. When somebody would think of me, they'll probably think of the interview stuff. The meme videos. That's probably it. but I'm okay being known for that. I'm happy that I get to make videos that I like making. And
I'm sure you're known for a lot more than just your interviews and stuff.
Oh yeah, probably. I just can't think of it. I'm just like I can't say it enough. Just I'm just happy. Being a part of the community makes me happy. And like I said, I'm glad I get to do stuff like what we're doing at the podcast and everything. And so
it's a good release of stress and anxiety, and it even helps with social anxiety. I suffer from social anxiety myself, and it really helps, just to be a part of something bigger than yourself, and to be appreciated and supported, and loved, and there's one word I'm looking for, but I can't think about it. But it's accepted. It's accepted by everyone, no matter what your flaws are.
Yeah.
And, to be always pushed up instead of kicked down is it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish nothing but the best for everybody watching this, and for you, and for everybody in the community.
Yeah, me too. I agree. I can't wish nothing but the best of luck for anybody who might have 5 subscribers or has like 800. It's making YouTube videos is not easy. It's not an easy thing. You have to make videos that attract people and can do something. You have to do something that speaks to you and says something about you. So when it comes, if you're being serious in terms of making videos and being able to show this is what I'm capable of, and this is essentially what my brand is, like making stop motion videos or making interview videos or doing video essays, anything that's that you feel like can make you stand out. So I feel like that's the more important thing. Also, the most important thing to me is having fun with it. Having fun with making your videos is the most important thing. If you're not having fun with it, then what's the point? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not having a good time making that video, then don't make it. Like I understand like, oh, you gotta get a video out, but at the same time, I'm just like, you're not having a good time with it. Do something that you want to do. You don't have anybody in charge of you to tell you what you can and can't post. I mean, other than YouTube. I mean, to be fair, so never mind. But just essentially that's essentially what I have to say on the matter is stop motion community. I feel like it's underrated. Not a lot of people know about it, and not a lot of people give it as much appreciation as they do with animations, and stop motion takes a lot of time.
You need to uprise and raid Area 51. That's still is.
We'll just do like a Swagways video. We'll just
we're all gonna band together just like that.
Mm-hmm.
Was that the last topic, or do we?
I think we have a couple more topics. Here, let's see. I said that we could talk about movies that we've seen so far. I mean, we are the Super Geek Bros podcast. I mean, we're eating popcorn in the thumbnail.
Well,
so
me and Moose watched a very good movie last night.
Oh God!
Why don't you tell people about the movie that we watched last night?
Okay, so the movie that we watched was Disaster Movie.
Boom! Throw up a photo. Yeah, that's it.
It was Disaster Movie, and it was terrible.
I was gonna say it's amazing as a joke, but I can't. Also, if you like Jay Station's videos on YouTube, you'll love this movie. I promise.
So if you like that kind of quality of videos, you'll like this kind of movie. This movie will be for you. God, that movie was awful. Like, I forgot how bad it was.
Like, I think I told you and our friend Danny that we were watching with, I told you halfway through, I clicked off and started watching the show on Netflix. I
know. Like, that was so uncool of you. That was such an ass move. That was like, when he told me that, when Eminem told me that, I was like, are you kidding me? I watched this movie essentially by myself. Like, I mean, I watched it with Danny, but, it was me and Danny just watched it, and you suggested it. You're the one who made us watch it, and I was so mad at
Here's a
you.
great segue. If you want to watch movies with the cast of the what is it called again? If you want to watch movies with the cast of the Nerdy Bros podcast, that's right?
Yeah.
Then DM us and we'll add you to our cast server where you can watch movies, watch TV shows, and commentate with us. Okay, we can move on.
This video is not sponsored by Cast, by the way. We just started. There's no way we're gonna have a sponsor, but
Admiral Binks is sponsoring this one. Continue.
Yeah. I just thought, besides watching that garbo of a movie, I thought we could talk about maybe there's some movies that we have seen this year that really caught our eyes, or any other movies that we're excited for. Are you Ready or Not's coming out, and I'm excited for that.
It came out today, I believe.
It did it?
See that movie. Is that a horror movie, or is that like a?
It seems like it's a horror movie. Yeah.
I want to see it. I want to see that. You know what I don't want to see?
What?
I don't want to see 40 meters down underwater on whatever the fuck it's called. The shark movie.
Yeah, 47 meters down, uncaged.
Fuck 47 meters, man. Ready or Not coming out. It stars Elizabeth Olsen. It stars Anthony Mackie. It stars Robert Downey Jr. Who else is in that movie?
Wait, they really all in that movie? I was like, wait, what?
Somebody's in it though, popular. Somebody popular is in it.
I'm gonna look it up. Who's in it.
There goes my phone again. It's not very professional.
You're good, man.
I'm gonna you can like edit this, right? You're gonna cut it apart and edit it.
Yeah, I can.
I'm gonna do that little ad again. I'm gonna do it professional this time, so you can like put it in like the beginning or like near the end.
Okay.
Because I think that's a good idea. We should do. Anyway, if you want to watch movies with us or TV shows, I missed it. If you want to watch movies or TV shows with the cast of the Nerdy Bros podcast, join our cast server. Just DM us and we'll add you to the shit.
Great job, man.
Thank you. You can easy on it.
Just because of that, I'm keeping this in. I'm keeping this in. That's too good.
Bonus clip. Make it bonus clip.
Make it a bonus clip. Okay. The only people I can really find are in it, Dave Santos.
Who the fuck is that?
I don't know. And then I think this is Tiny Rose Stallone.
Did you just say a Tiny Rose Stallone?
No.
Oh, I've been making fun of short people.
What? No. No, it's the daughter of Sylvester Stallone.
Anyway, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark came out recently. I saw that.
I haven't seen that yet. It looks pretty interesting. You told me it was good, right?
It's really good. I like it. I didn't think it was going to be any good. Thought it was going to suck, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks pretty alright. I'm probably still going to see it. What'd you say?
In Hollywood came out recently.
Oh yeah, I want to see that.
I didn't see that. just felt like mentioning it. The Incredibles 2 came out recently. I don't know.
Recently? That was months ago. I think did that come out last year? No, it came out this year.
What came out recently? Oh yeah, Good Boys. Good Boys. You saw Good Boys. Good Boys. You saw Good Boys, right?
I did see Good Boys.
I don't know why I can't fucking pronounce Good Boys.
Mimi Good Boys.
Mimi Good Boys. Did you like it?
Yeah.
We're trying to get past 10 minutes so we can get monetization. So,
dude, we're way past 10 minutes. We're way past 10 minutes, man.
What's that like really popular name? It's like I don't need this. I need answers.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's bothering me. I wish I knew.
I don't need sleep. I need answers.
Yeah, that's from the Goosebumps.
Yeah.
That's from John Tron's Goosebumps episode.
Bonus clip number 2.
And I guess we're getting close to 50 minutes actually.
Holy shit! A full hour podcast. Just start a Patreon. Guys, if you want to support us, go to our Patreon. Patreon.com/nerdy. Fucking hell! Why is our name so hard to fucking...
Super Geek Bros podcast, man. God.
Why don't I say nerdy? Damn it. Okay.
Okay. Well, actually, on that note, thanks for listening.
Can I close it off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Alright guys, thanks for watching the first episode of the Super Geek Bros podcast. If you like it, please leave a like and leave a suggestion and leave a guest star that you would like to see come on our podcast for next time. Remember, you can join our cast server, just DM us, and while I do that, you can watch movies and TV shows with us anytime and commentate. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Shut up.
Please, that's it.
And and if you want to follow us on our social medias or subscribe to MM's channel, I'll put in the link in the description. You can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Instagram.
And say it with me, Moose. And say it with me.
Ready? Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Go Tiger!
What? What did you say?
I said go Tigers.
Oh, wait. Say it with me. 1,
Okay.
2, 3.
Go Tigers! Woo!
And that's pretty much it.
That's pretty much it.